Hello folks, welcome back. I'm hoping you're doing well wherever you are. And this is Dr. Politica, and here we decode power and with the said Kenya. Now, I've gone through so many comments, and I have realized that Kenyans want to know the role of military in last year's mandamano. Remember, there is this Gen Z mandamano that made William Ruto shake his hand na Raila Odinga. Now, yesterday, Raila, I shared a video here about Raila, talking about how he really saved William Ruto. Because majeshi walikuwa to take over Kenya.
We got together with the UDA party to help steady the ship of the Kenyan nation that had been hit by extreme turbulence and faced the reality of collapse. Some people may not even know exactly where we were, but because I had a first inside impression of what was happening, we were very much almost on the precipice. Because as you see, after so many days of demonstrations, you saw that eventually the military were on the streets. And they were on the streets, of course, they were fairly civil to the wananchi at that time. But that was because they had not been given instructions.
That's what people are saying it. Yeah. You see, he was putting it that soldiers were on standby. And of course, if you are keen enough, you will realize that soldiers were there to actually see the situation, then waone kama hii serikali inachukuliwa. Sikiza. Yes. You see, when you see Gen Z's wameenda waka bomwa parliament to a point whereby MPs walikimbia, some of them even fainted. And Gen Z's now wanted to go to State House, and they meant it. This made William Ruto 310 Kenyans. Akamwambia kwamba penye mefika majeshi wataingilia. And Ruto knew very well that if akinyamaza asipopena order, soldiers will have their own meeting, waamue orders zao. And you see, whenever soldiers wako na meeting yao, their only conclusion is they should take this serikali. And the president was quick to tell the army to be on standby ati wapige emergency. That's what we said actually, and it is on record. No. But the real thing on the ground is soldiers were on standby. KDF wanted to see if this situation escalates, they will actually go and tell the president.
I want to appeal to Generation Z to call off the protests for tomorrow, because their cry has been heard by the president. The president has accepted that there was an issue, there was a disconnect, and the president has done the right thing. And I think it's only fair that we call off the protest so that we don't have further loss of lives and destruction of property. It's an appeal that I've made as a father, as a parent, to our young children. We love you, we respect you. Please, I beseech you as your father, now that the president has given in and accepted to go with the wishes of the Kenyan people, please, my sons and daughters, I plead with you to save lives, to save bloodshed, to save loss of property and lives. My sons, my daughters, please make an announcement this evening and call off the protest.
Now, Kenya imekushinda, Kenya naribika, and our work is to take over a government that's is not working. Remember, this happened in Zimbabwe. Mugabe alikatalia power, and Mugabe was forcefully removed by the army ya Zimbabwe. Aliendewa kwa State House, akashikwa, akaambiwa mzee, you need to go home. Umechoka, enda home. Serikali imekushinda. And that's how Mugabe was removed from power. No. And this explains why, you see, in even other African countries, the army usually inatoa kwa power. And even, you see, like Uganda. You see Uganda, Museveni ameweka mtoto wake kama mkubwa wa majeshi. Why do you think so? because he knows that he's planning to stay in power for long. So the only threat he has, see wanasiasa, is the Uganda army. So he had to install his son so that mtoto wake and protect. And that's what has been happening in Uganda. Kama sio wamemtoa kitambo. Remember, Idi Amin was removed from power by force. So that's how African leaders are being removed from power. The army went Angelia. Okay? And now you see, Nepal last week, what happened? Gen Zs destroyed the whole country. And we could even see, BBM Prime Minister Kipigo Viboko. That's how powerful Gen Z revolution is. And Kenyan revolution ama Gen Z ilikuwa more powerful. In fact, kama Raila angeenda salimia Ruto, things would have, I don't think William Ruto alikuwa say president. Alikuwa ameenda. It was that worse. In fact, he had to drop the finance bill. Because initially, alikuwa na kiburi at finance bill haizitoa. But he had to drop the finance bill. That's how bad the situation was. So let's think that, yeah, he saved Ruto because the country was going to be taken over by the army. And I think I agree with that point because I remember I could see KDF, tanks Kiteme Nairobi. Yeah, I could see the Kiteme Nairobi. And actually, what shocked me is that they were friendly to Gen Z. So I can't salimia Gen Z. Wanasalimia, wanapepaka maji. Just imagine. Yeah. So it means that they were on the people's side. And William Ruto saw this as a threat. Now, this is the message Raila delivered yesterday. And I'm sure this message has not gone well with the president. I'm sure kutaka Wakenya wajue kwamba serikali yake ilikuwa chukuliwa na wajeshi. Hakutaka. Yeye alitaka Wakenya wajue kwamba mkiandamana, I will call my KDF, they will beat you. So he was trying to threaten, Majenzis. And somehow it worked because people pia wanaogopa majeshi. Somehow it worked. You see now. But now Raila, now the question is, why do you think Raila is now leaking this information now? Because Raila is on his way out. I believe so. I believe, and I said this in the last video, in yesterday's video, Raila is on his way out and is planning to actually quit this broad-based government. He's planning to do so. And that's why he's leaking information. Kosana Ruto. Remember, before Gachagua Kosana Ruto, Gachagua began talking like Raila. Kutoa masiri. Remember even in Mombasa, when Ruto was having a press conference in State House, Gachagua went to Mombasa and gave a press conference that was contrary to what Ruto was saying. Alisema the opposite thing. No. That's what made Ruto impeach Gachagua. So, what Raila is doing is trying to pave way ya kutoka broad-based government. Because he even said that ODM is going to field a candidate in 2027. See now. So that means that Agwambo is not with this president of ours. Aliko Ruto. And Ruto will have to sit down at the meeting and okay, what am I going to do now? Raila ametoboa siri ya KDF kama KDF ilikuwa chukue serikali yangu. Raila naye amesema tena anatoa atakuwa na candidate wake, which means he won't support me. Now, what am I supposed to do now? That is now what Ruto is thinking. Now tell me, do they believe that it emergency KDF would have, taken the government? Comment then, of course, I see you soon. And don't forget to subscribe so that you always meet here whenever we have these contents pertaining what happens in our Kenyan politics. Subscribe, hit the bell so that you support this channel, help it grow so that it reaches broader audience. Thank you. If you love politics, then Dr. Politica is your cup of tea. The place for minds that think. If you are watching this from anywhere else, search the name, hit subscribe, and stay sharp with us. Thank you for making Dr. Politica your home for fearless political truth. Every view, every like, every share fuels the fire behind the hours of research, filming, and editing we pour into each episode. By showing up consistently, you don't just support a channel, you empower a voice. In a world ruled by headlines, spin, and power games, you remind us that real people still care about real facts. We are here to inform, inspire, and ignite critical thinking, not just for today, but for generations to come. You are not just a viewer, you are the reason this platform exists.